Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a kind of summer affordable drugstore makeup tutorial. So if you want to see how to get this look, keep watching. Okay, so I'm going to start off today with my Pond's Anti-Wrinkle Moisturizer. That is going to act as my primer. Okay, and then I'm going to use just my fingers and some concealer and just kind of conceal over the eye. To do my brows, I know this video is all kind of like budget friendly makeup. My brows, I just always use the Anastasia dipbrow, which looks like this. It's $18, so it's not super budget friendly, but I don't think it's too crazy. Okay, and I'm going to use concealer again to clean up the brow area. And for eyeshadow today, I'm using MAC single shadows. I realize they're not drugstore, but they're like $6–7 for a single. So for me, that is budget friendly. So that is what I'm using. And because I'm doing a bolder lip, that's pretty much all I'm going to do. I decided I'm going to add a darker brown just over in the corner. I'm just going to carve out the lid just to make that lid color pop. And then for the lid color, I'm using ColourPop in Lala. And then I'm going in with the liquid black liner from NYX. Okay, so we've got the liner on. I'm going to go back in with this Wet n Wild mascara that I don't recommend because it is horrible, but when you're throwing on falsies, who really cares? The lashes I'm using today are the Eylure Lashes that I picked up over at Ulta. Okay, and for a foundation, I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte, and I'm going to mix it with the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Liquid Highlighter just to give it like an extra sheen. I don't like matte foundation, but for the summer living in Florida, it's kind of a must. Okay, so I have that on the back of my hand. I'm just gonna swirl it together and mix it. And then I like to initially kind of buff it on my face, and then I go back with the beauty blender to like push it all into the skin. And then I'm taking a damp beauty blender and I just go over everything just to make sure I have all the excess off there. Okay, now concealer. I'm using two different colors from NYX. I'm using 02 and 04. Okay, so I put it all in my highlight areas to conceal. And to contour, I'm using the Wet n Wild Cream Contour Stick in 806. Okay, and then to set everything, I'm using the NYX HD powder, and then I'm just setting the face with the NYX HD powder. Okay, now I'm just going to go in with bronzer. I'm using just a MAC bronzer. I don't really have a drugstore bronzer, so if you guys have any you like, let me know. Okay, so for contouring, I am going in with just MAC singles. I think they're like $15, $16 a single. It's not crazy. Again, it's not drugstore. I don't really have a drugstore contour palette or anything, so this is what I'm using today. And I'll put the shades I'm using below in the description bar, just so if anyone wants to know. I just really think like the best way to buy eyeshadows or contour powders honestly is single, just because a kit really is not going to fit every skin tone, you know, whatever your needs are. I'm going in with MAC's Emphasize powder for the under eye and to kind of sharpen the nose contour. It's a white powder and just makes everything look a little more crisp. And I'm going to go back in with the brush I used to bronze with and just kind of buff out that contour so it's a little more diffused. And then I'm going to go in with the Luminoso blush from Milani. This one I'm sure everyone's heard of by now. And just a smaller brush. So I know some people aren't using blush anymore. I love blush. For me, it just kind of completes the look, especially when you're doing a full face. I always tend to add a little bit more when I'm doing my makeup because on me the blush is the first thing that's gonna kind of wear off. So I just want to quickly talk about some drugstore highlights. Super affordable. Highlights are crazy expensive and these are honestly just as good as the high end. So the Wet n Wild Precious Petal, the NYX Liquid and the Wet n Wild Liquid. These are all honestly, these are all highlighters that I personally use and I think they honestly do a really good job and they're pretty comparable to the high end. So today we're going to use Precious Petal from Wet n Wild. To apply this one, we are going to use a MAC fan brush. I don't really have drugstore brushes. I guess the lower end that I have are the Sonia Cash Hook from Target. They're okay. But brushes, I'm pretty much MAC brushes for the most part and Morphe. Okay, so I'm just putting that on the high points. Tip of my nose. I always do above my eyebrows. I like to glow though, so I mean it depends how you are. You can see that it's pretty much just one kind of coat, I guess, and it's pretty intense for drugstore. I would have never thought that I'd find a drugstore highlighter that I like, but I really do like these. They have several different colors, so any skin tone You can find one, they have like a really gold one, a bronzy one that would be beautiful on like deeper skin tones, and they even have a lighter one for like more fair. Okay, and I think I've talked about the Pixi setting sprays or whatever these are before. They're comparable to the Fix Plus from MAC. What I like about them, they're $15, and they have different ones. This one is the Hydrating Milky Mist. I like the Glow Mist, and there's one other one, but I'm going to use that today. What I do is I take this in a beauty blender, and I just soak the beauty blender, and then I push it into the highlight, like any powdery areas, and it really makes it look more like flush with the skin, and it will make that highlight pop. So now let's see closer. So I just push it in. You can kind of see that glow. I like this technique too if you're more oily and you want to keep some areas more matte and you want that powder there for a reason. That way you're not taking a setting spray all over the face and you're kind of directing it where you're wanting that glow. So in my case, I'm very dry, so I'll pretty much spray this all over at the end. The way I like applying highlighter, taking that same beauty blender that now is a little bit damp, and just going directly in with the highlighter on there and pushing it in. This is the way that like Kim Kardashian's makeup artists and a lot of makeup artists are now applying highlight. So I like it. It's a little more flush to the skin, like I was saying, not as like powdery in appearance. Okay, during all that, I somehow forgot that I have an under eye. So you could stop right here and throw mascara on the lower lashes. However, I'm going to go in and do my under eye. I'm using the Carli Bybel palette, which is from BH Cosmetics. Definitely affordable. And you can buy the single shadows on there too. All you need is going to be a bronzy color, like this guy right here. Or you could even use one of the more bronzy highlight colors. Okay, and don't be afraid to pull it down because we are going to buff that out. And with this, to avoid fallout, I'm doing more of like a packing and pushing motion, not dragging, to avoid getting the shadow everywhere. I went ahead and added the bronze under the eye. Now I'm going to go in. Now I'm going to go in with black liner and just do the waterline. And now I'm going to take an even sharper flat brush. I'm going to go in with a really dark brown just to kind of buff in that shadow and around that lash line. To finish up the eyes, I'm going to go in with this mascara that I don't recommend and just coat those lower lashes. And now for the lips, I decided with the bronzy eye for summer, I'm going to do like this kind of red-orange color. So both of these are from NYX. One is matte, one is a gloss. So I'm going to use both, but I'm going to do the matte first and show both options. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this summer makeup tutorial. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. Thumbs up if you like the video. Let me know in the comments what you want to see next time, and I will see you guys later.